Good morning. This AAA Foundation study looked at onboard hands-free systems that sync with your smartphone and allow you to give voice commands, and found they can be so mentally taxing it's akin to balancing your checkbook while driving, and that can leave you distracted after the fact long enough to go not one football field, but three. J.C. Good's college graduation went from a perfect day to a nightmare in seconds thanks to a distracted driver on a hands-free device.
He turned left through the red light, and as he did that, the 18-wheeler swerved to try and miss him, still clipped the front of his car, but then slammed full force into our family's car.
Good's parents were killed instantly. She was given just a 10% chance of survival. She beat those odds, but suffered a lasting brain injury.
I don't have the brain cells that know how to move my wrist or my fingers or my ankle or my toes, and I'm lucky I can walk.
J.C. now advocates against distracted driving, which killed more than 3,100 people and injured an estimated 424,000 in 2013 alone.
Who would you like to call?
801.
A new study released this morning finds even new hands-free systems that work with voice commands leave drivers with a technology hangover.
You're kind of getting out of that distracted zone into much more of an alert driver, but that takes time. It takes up to 27 seconds.
University of Utah professor David Strayer evaluated more than 250 adults in 10 vehicles.
Oh my gosh, I guess that is a stop sign.
Lingering distraction was found across the board. How long depends on how hard the system is to use.
If you are now all of a sudden talking to your car, talking to your phone, you are now focusing on one task to the exclusion of attending to the driving environment. When you then all of a sudden hang up, well, you don't come to right away. You now have to say, where am I?
Seconds of distraction, Good knows, can be deadly.
I know whatever that young man was talking about on his phone absolutely was not more important than my parents' lives.
Study also looked at the voice commands by the 3 leading cell phone platforms. They found those to be just as distracting. Bottom line, the researchers say, just because your car can do all of these things like voice to tweet doesn't mean you should do it while you're driving. Gail?
That's really good advice, Chris. And the woman at the end made the best point. Whatever you're talking about is not more important than life. We always forget that because we think just one more. You
well,
can't
I think this also raises the question, too. A lot of times if you're stopped at a red light, people may check their phone. Now that we know it was 27 seconds till you're really back on, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.